Anyway, before my camera died, I was going for 15-20 minutes and I didn't realize it. All I did was epoxy the on and off switch for the LED diode. That's I'm going to wire it directly to the battery sled, and the 510 negative that allows it to light up when you hit the fire button. But if you don't want the light to come on, you got to fill this spot. This is like I said, this is a DNA250c enclosure. That's what it normally looks like. So we put a slide switch there so that we fill the gap. You can't have this a hole in your mod. And then I believe it's a 3/8 potentiometer. I had it up here, the step bit. I was going to show, oh, here it goes. So you got a step bit. And what you want to do is when you drill it, don't go so hard, because if you go hard and you hit the next rim, you're going to have it's going to be a little bit wider at the top, and then it just don't let you have a clean look. So go until it just goes through. And then what I had to do, it was still a little tight for the potentiometer. Now where did that go? Oh, took a round file. I filed it a little bit, try to stick it in, wouldn't go. Just file a little bit, stick it in, and finally it went nice and tight. So this is the positive to the LED. This is the negative to the LED. I'm gonna run it up the groove there, so I got less wires running up the side. So let's get there. Let's get to that point. But most of the time, that voltmeter will sit right on top of that. Real nice. If you get it in a perfect spot. All right. So I'm just doing this to measure the length of my other wires. So that'll be my 510 ground. That's my negative. It's my fire switch, my VIN. Do I hold it from like that to get everything out the way? Come on that side of it. I might, rabbit, I might. So, this is why I was doing this. I want to see about how long this, come on bitch. About how long I'm going to need this, because I want to get this in now too. Just the 510 ground. I can leave it a little bit longer so I can get that nice and clean up in that corner. Like that. And at the end, it'll probably be hidden over there. This is good, right there. That'll work. I'll have to cut this one while I'm at it too. It's on the top end, but sorry. Right. Go right there. The ground. Come through like this. You should see my first Smart Pwm. I friggin' shrink wrapped everything coming off the board, everything. I couldn't even fit it. I tried it on the G-Box build. I've gotten them in afterwards, but my first build, I had to bump up to a B-Box. I almost gave up. Probably wouldn't be doing this shit today if I gave up. Like I said, this is the ground wire for the LED diode. That was the light up when you pull the trigger. I just like to get it on there right now, so it's shrink tube wrapped and everything. There we are. Ooh, a little sharp right there. There we are. Oh, what I did with that gold fire switch. Brand new gold MyTech fire switch, also from Alpine Tech. A little high, I think they're like $7 a piece, $7.95 or something like that. I think that's a little high in price. You get a knockoff for like $4, but run into a problem. Then you're like, why did I get a knockoff? I cut these shorter because they're gonna wanna, you'll see once the 510 connector goes in there. I'm using the V1 Veritube 510 connector just because I had a bunch laser engraved. Honestly, I mean, they're good. They're good. Just the newer ones, more modder friendly. And I can't wait for them to run out, honestly, but there's nothing wrong with them. Bleep, 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 bleep. All right. Let's see what I'm ready for. All right. I saved this just so I don't have to redo this. What I mean, I gotta draw out this bottom cap a little wider for these wires to fit through. And that's what I mean, more modern friendly. The other one's set up where you can just solder with the 510 straight in. So I'll take this stuff out. I say I got a bunch of this stuff. All right. You don't want to, oh, center pin. You don't want to strip this out. These will strip. So what I usually do is I get it in there a little bit. I go backwards first and you can feel it, and then go forward. There you go. So that's ready. I almost want to glue this in now. Just don't feel like wait for epoxy to dry. If I glue this epoxy that, I'll still be able. Yeah. I'm basically at that point. See something. is just gonna make it. Maybe I'll get some slack after I tape it. I can always pull it up a little bit. Old Scotch tape. Get in there. Come on. Let me take this hat off. I noticed in my last, I was checking the tape. I seen my hat a couple times. Good enough. All right, so that would be there. I do got some slack on that, so I can be able to pull on that. Okay, so that's that there. That'll be somewhere around there. Try to run this ground up behind there. That'll be my fire switch. Leave that there. That's my ground. Have my fire switch. My fire switch. That's my VIN. Let's get her out of there. VIN. I kind of want to get this on now. There. Yeah, that's just how I wanted it. I'm running into no problems tightening it now. See, the new V2, you ain't gotta do all this. You just put the 510 on, rock and roll. You solder right to the bottom of it. Next level. Man, you need little Chinese hands to do this. There we go. Get on there. There we go. Twist and shout, twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, baby now. Oh. All right. Let's get a little tighter. All right, all right. All right, all right, all right. All right. So that's that. I'll tighten it up with the 510 tightener after I get it all done. All right, so that's that. Twist and shout. Boom. Well, you twist them a little bit, makes it look cleaner. Let's stick that in there. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Oh yeah. Come on, baby. Just the way you like it. Get in there. at that. Glad I didn't, when I was pushing down, I messed it up. All right. So then that will, I'll bend all them tighter after. I'll bend that right now. All right, like that. This will go right there, but not right now. I gotta do the glass. All right, let's pull that back a little bit. I'm getting to the point where I can test it. That's my VIN. Come on, VIN. I like to be under all that. All right, let's make a little room. I even like to be, I like to be behind that ground 510 too. Let's see how lucky I can get. There we go. So that's where I want it to go. So that's my VIN. Them two go to the positive. My fire switch, I can leave that in there. All right, this is what I want to do, fellas. Call me crazy. All right, let me hook these two up first. Just a little long, just a little bit so I can work with it. All right, that's short enough. Twist and shout. Come on now, baby, now. Work it on out. Work it on out. Don't normally mess with it, but it will now. This is gonna burn. I already know it. There we go. Oh, we got the VIN, positive VIN. And the LED. Hooked up to the positive. The battery sled. Okay. Wow. That was painful. Now I'll be able to hide them right down there. Yep. All right, fire switch time. What I want to do is, all right, we'll get that out the way for right now. I'm gonna just tack these. Before I start getting crazy with the epoxy. Make sure this thing works. Systems check. All right, so tack this here. I'll cut it for length later. Tack this one here. You don't want to go hard in these MyTechs either. These MyTechs, they'll cave in on you. The push button, they'll cave right in on you if you go. When I was doing the solid copper wire mods, I had a lot more heat on them. Caved into a lot of them. All right, let's not mess these other wires out. I used to just have a test switch, but I just use this now. It don't hurt. All right, let me make sure everything's hooked up. All right, let me get my 18650s. So let's drop that one in. Drop this one in. Oh, she's on. All right, check the potentiometer. It goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's locked. That's your full voltage. Do I have an ATI I can throw on this? Let's see. Oh yeah. LUC frame right here. One of my builds. If you want to see me build this, comment. This is an PWM3 with the LEDs. You can change the multicolor. I can put it on from the menu and put it on any color LED. I know she's safe. She's up in the 3s, so. Big old ATI. Let me make sure I get that. Big old ATI. One, two, three, four. Yep. She's working fine to me. All right. Oh, I didn't check one thing. Oh yeah. There we go. LED works. Off. On. All right. Let's get her done. All right, so let me epoxy this sled down. Get that out the way. This is the old ribbon that came off it, and we'll use it. This is my carpenter's mod I made for myself, DNA250c. And a Gxl enclosure. By the way, that's the Alpine Tech Gxl enclosure with dual 2700, give me 200 watts. There's a video on a 2700 build, but if you want to see me doing a Gxl, let me know. Maybe I'll get a sponsor. If I had big boobs and a nice butt, I'd have bottles of juice everywhere. I'd have boards. Nah, them guys don't play. They ain't giving no boards away. What do I do with my epoxy? There it is. There we go. Mix that up. 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. just make sure my that was rubbing alcohol, just in case I had any epoxy on my fingers. I don't like to find out later. It comes off, but it'll stain. Another day older and deeper in debt. Then this one. Right to there. All right, I'll let that dry for a little bit. All right, that epoxy is just about dry. Let's take these off. Now, next thing I want to do is I'm gonna get this security mirror in there, get this out of the way. I hate waiting for epoxy to dry. All it is, it comes in a big sheet like this. I guess it's like a 1/16 inch thick. It's got protective coating on both sides. I usually wear rubber gloves when dealing with it, but I'm actually out. I got like one pair left. What I do is I take off the blue side. I guess pick a side, take off a side, and that'll face out. I leave the other side, the other protective coating on until the very end, because the more you touch it, it takes off the coating, that's the mirror coating or whatever, and it just messes it up. So let me mix some epoxy up. I don't need stuff flopping around on me when I'm doing this. You don't want to play with it. Set it and forget it. All right, like that. Over just a little. All right, gotta cooperate. All right, that'll leave me enough room. I'll go around the outside here. I go across the very bottom. It's a little tight right there. Is that straight? Yeah. In case it gets on there. Just a little bit. That should do it. Now, I take off the blue side. Like I said, I leave the back side on. And I don't want to touch that mirror. I put my best side up if there's little tiny cracks. I hope my head's not getting in this, because I gotta see. I'm gonna put it right down, because I got epoxy everywhere. Now I can touch the back because I got the protective coating on there. How's that look? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now, just take this one. Clamper, clamper, damper. Now, I'm gonna let that dry. All right, that's good. All right, so I'm gonna hook up these fire switch. All systems go. I'm gonna leave a little slack because I'm gonna spin that fire switch. Could have left a little more than that, tight ass. You remember I already tinned them, the fire switch. spin the whole thing. All right, let's see if I can get this voltmeter epoxied without breaking them wires. All right, to line up the voltmeter, where's my batteries? Protective coating on this two-way security mirror. Okay, now I just put the epoxy right on the face of this evenly. Now once it starts drying, you don't really want to move it around too much. You want to get into place right now, and that's why I got it plugged in so you can see it. I rather wedge it because I don't feel like holding it the whole time, which I usually do. Ooh, the old voltmeter bezel. There we go. She fits in there nice. That's dry. That came out good. Pop that out. All right. So this is the crystal clear epoxy. It's for super gloss coating. That's what I use over the voltmeter. Now, you don't want, I don't do it real thick. I basically just cover up the mirror. Now I'm going to heat gun this, but you don't want to. You don't want to be right up on it because it moves around. I don't need that big. All right, man, she came out clean. She came out good, man. Let me screw this Voltrove 30 millimeter. I need a refill on it, but she'll. Yep, she's working. When you first stick your batteries in the mod, it'll detect how many cells that are running in it. So the potentiometer, that's working. Up, down. Say 5.8 is your favorite setting. 1, 2, 3. That just saved 5.8, right? Now when I move it, it'll stay at 5.8. To get out of your favorite settings, Just go 1, 2, 3. You're out of your favorite settings. Now you're back on the potentiometer. 1, 2, 3, 4. That locks your mod. Now it won't fire. That'll show you your full battery voltage left on the batteries. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Unlocked. I already know 5.8 is where I kind of want to be for this ATI. This is a Voltrobe 30mm ATI. All right. Fire in the hole. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll work on better videos later. It's my first serious video for YouTube. If you like it, give it a thumbs up.